Known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Lucas Haversick has it all teed up and ready to go. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Yeah! There you go! What a take! Where are you in take? Here we go, 47. 46.
Dak now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Finds the in route complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. 65 yards on the punt there. And the Bills will take over deep in their own territory. They're out and set. 1st and 10. First tone of the game for James Cook. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go. Play action now with Allen. He beams one deep right side. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Middle. Monday. Go.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he's brought down across the 15 to about the 16-yard line. Call it a couple of yards, and it's 4th down and 5. The Bills with a punt team out there. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And he doesn't put much height or distance on this one. And they'll down this one a little shy of the 40. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards, 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
So now here's 3rd and 5. They kick the running back in motion. Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Yeah! Everybody kill!
He'll get this to Samuel. And this one does not go far.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Yeah! There we go! That's it!
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go!
Throw on 3rd down. Throwing the out route complete. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Samuel comes in motion left. Trying to run in, Harris. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
That's it! Hey, kill! 27! 26!
Trying it again with Harris. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain. And boy, does he know how to operate in it.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Yeah! There we go! That's it!
Prescott here from the gun. And in for the Dallas touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Oh, he lost it on the hit. And they dodge a turnover there on the return. And he doesn't make it very far. Tackled at his own 10-yard line.
Awareness, awareness, awareness. So critical in so many phases of the game. And in this phase, in the special teams phase, it's not just hitting blocks and clearing the lane, but in this case, recognizing the fumble and, most importantly, keeping that possession.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he'll go down at the 16-yard line after a decent gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Allen on 3rd and short. He has the first over the middle. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Allen now on 1st down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Cowboys drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. This return starts at the 5. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. Now run by Cook. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Algier gets it on the counter. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Allen setting up play action. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 2-score game early. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They still have 10 to go here. It's second down. Back to the air. Allen. That's incomplete left side. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. So they're left facing third and long.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Alert, alert, alert! Middle, 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 middle. Half 85, half, 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. Look out!
Allen on third down. That one's cut along the left sideline. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
Middle, 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 middle. Off 52. Look out!
Allen gonna throw again. Ooh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. That's their rookie from Notre Dame. And the Cowboys are gonna have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense, and this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. That's taken in by Henry. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
Dak off the play fake. Connects on the crosser. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take a 20-zip lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Alert! 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. What's that?
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Out. Half 85, half 85. 56, 56. Good job.
Throwing here, Allen. Left side into the hands of Shakir. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Offense in the hurry up here. This is Cook. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs.
Alert, alert, alert.
Offense up to the line fast. This is Cook on the handoff. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. All right, here we go. Second down.
Stop. Half. What's that?
Here's Allen. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Back now, pressure on its way. This ball's cut by Palmer. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt.
Pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
We're going to 54, Wyatt. Yeah! Here we go! Right check! 26.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Snared by his running back, it's Najee Harris. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Bills will take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Alert! Look out!
Back to throw now, Allen. He finds Kincaid. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. And they send a man in motion. From the 33 on 2nd down. Got a man, Palmer has it. inside the 30. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a first and goal.
Regular, 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 regular. Monday. Half. That's it.
Working inside the red zone. And oh, he got it! Interception! Trayvon Diggs has got it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think? Where do you think? What do you think?
First down, here's Dak. Pass complete to Wiley. And he hauls this one up to the 11 before being stopped.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Samuel comes in motion left. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be out of bounds, I think a yard or two short of the 20 here. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas. Motioning the tight end now. They give to Harris from the gun. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Second down now, 7 to go.
Yeah, here we go.
Slot man in motion right. Dak now from the gun. That's taken in by Samuel. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Christian Benford up to make that stop.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Where are you in take? Hey, kill. What do you think?
That one's out and cut on the right side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Here we go.
Slot man motioned over. Play action, Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
One of the big lessons you learn transitioning from college to the NFL is you can't get it all back at once, offensively or defensively. But this is the right way to go about it now defensively. You got to get a sack. You got to get something going to stem this momentum, and that might just be the sack they needed.
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher, and I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Well, last play didn't work out too well. Looks like they're going ground game now. And he'll have a big gain for them, up to around the 28. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. Jack Fox will kick it away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll run it with Cook. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Working quickly here.
56. Middle.
They send the tight end in motion left. Now Allen off the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now a give to Cook, running left. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So instead of running 3rd down again, they decide to bring up 4th and let him keep the gain on the last play. Special teams staying on the sideline. They're going for this on 4th. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Punting unit out now. And they could really use a good one here. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. That's going to be a highlight there, a 68-yard punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Harris gets it on the counter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Yeah, here we go. That's it.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And that brings up third down. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. And he'll try to hit this one well. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60 plus. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Allen setting up to throw. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Off 52.
Play action now with Allen. And they pick him off again. Marquise Bell making the play. And the Cowboys take over as he records his 10th career INT. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Running back sent in motion left. He'll get this to Henry. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Justin Reed with the tackle.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
A 3rd down run with Harris. He gets the 1st and more inside the 15. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys are running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. Najee Harris, the touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group. All 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front. Receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting into your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
Alert! Stop. Middle.
They've got a man in motion. On 1st down, Allen gets this to Kincaid. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Can't get it to him. Incomplete.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Play action now. Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Five wide.
Allen gonna throw again. Still on. Ooh, can't avoid that one, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. On now comes their punter. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. He has it at the 33. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. That punt goes 63 yards. And they're going to take over possession. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. That's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
This is Harris on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
Yeah! Here we go! Let's check!
Prescott here from the gun. That's caught for the first. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys blowing them out now, 34-zip. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. Bates now for the point after. And he sends the point after right through the uprights. And the Cowboys grow their lead yet again. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Allen setting up play action. He fires one deep down the right sideline. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Half 85.
2nd and 10 now. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Man in motion here. Allen on 3rd down. Connection made to Coleman. And he eats a huge hit as he tries for the marker. Almost nothing after the catch that time, Brock. It's going to be 4th down. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Yeah! Here we go! Everyone, kill!
Now Dak to throw. That one's incomplete over the middle.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
To throw is Prescott. Dump off caught by his back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Out is Jake Bates, ready to try to knock this through. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. It's no good. He needed more leg, and he sent it too far right. And they're unable to pile another 3 onto that lead.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Allen. He's going deep this time. And they pick him off again. And the Cowboys get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a 3rd time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Taken in by Harris. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
From the gun, they go with Harris. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down.
Yeah! Here we go! 26!
Harris once more. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Staying on the ground with Harris. And his defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
Yeah! Here we go! 26!
From the gun is Prescott. It's taken in by Lamb. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First and 10 give to Harris. And he's able to keep it moving down to the 28. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Yeah, here we go.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Running behind center with Harris. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
You had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Hey, kill.
First down, and they go right back to it. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, here we go. I take.
Here's Dak. He brings it in. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Yeah, here we go.
One of the tight ends motioning right. Going power with a big tight end. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to surprise them with anything.
Now an inside handoff to Harris. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A pick up of 4. That brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go, 46. 26.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Yeah! Here we go! 26.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Whether they were keyed on him expecting that run, or in case of a throw, it worked either way for the defense. When the QB broke for the line, they broke with him, and they drug him down short of the sticks.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Alert! Alert! Alert!
Now the shotgun give to Cook. Still going past the 15. And he's finally taken down at the 24-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Half 85! Half 85! What is that?
Throwing now on 1st down. Allen. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Putting a receiver in motion. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
I love a good bootleg just like every other quarterback does. And bootlegs are most effective, Kate, when you're running it first and you deceive that defense. But if you're not running it, or it's a poor fake, or you got a defense that is sound, well, you have the opportunity to get hit in the face in less than 2 seconds, just like that.
Third and long, it's Allen. And they pick him off again! And the Cowboys get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
47. What do you think?
They're giving out a Najee. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Second and 6 coming up here.
There we go.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go.
Oh, and they're going to have the fullback drawing power for it. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys are running them out of the building. That run broke a little better than I think they expected, Brock. You don't hand it to your fullback expecting a score from that distance.
Yeah, I would agree with you, but these fullbacks of today are not the fullbacks of yesteryear. There's no more neck rolls. These guys today can move, and they like to show off when they get a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys continue piling on to this lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Look out!
Straight ahead, here's Cook. Escapes a defender. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Connection made to Shakir. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Here's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. First down throw for Allen. Coleman with the grab. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Offense up to the line fast. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. To the air again, Allen. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw again, it's Allen. He's got it at the 6. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Again, Allen to the air. And he's got it, so they'll pull a little ways back with a touchdown. The Bills making the scoreboard look a touch better. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. Point after is up and good from Haverson. And the Bills take 7 points off the deficit. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Drops to a knee here. Only one more timeout for that defense to burn and preserve some clock.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect the timeout coming any moment now.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. Drops to a knee here. Only one more timeout for that defense to burn and preserve some clock. So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Buffalo.